So I'm going to explain the piping. So this pipe particularly is the water pipe, and then there's another pipe which is for the sewerage, and it is going directly under the road. The sewerage pipe and the water pipe both are coming directly from the entrance of the house, and this is how they keep going. So currently there are only two types of piping which has been done within this home. If you note that white sand is there to actually cover the native soil, if there is any glass in the native soil that can hit the pipe and that can create a leakage. And it also prevents the compression strength, the strength or the force coming from the concrete when the concrete will be laid on top of it. So that sand gives a bit of cushion and it prevents for any sharp thing to hit the pipe. So this is how the piping is done. So all of those connections which are out, those are from shower, tub, kitchen. So only these two types of piping for water and for sewerage has been done, and these long pipes most probably they're going to go into the second floor once this is constructed. So the piping is pretty much done with the sand, and then the next step would be to put the poly cover on it. Okay, so this is the second step after putting the plumbing pipes. So you see that the mud has been covered with the black poly cover. So that poly cover is actually going to prevent the moisture going into the home. You see some of those areas where the poly barrier is ruptured. So this is something which needs to be corrected. And secondly, you would see that there are these purple wires which are going into the frame, and these purple wires have this, because of this purple sheathing, we call it purple wires, but the right name, the technical name is the post-tension wires, because these post-tension wires, once the concrete is, laid into these areas and once the concrete is dried, these purple wires are tightened from these ends on the dried concrete to create compression into the concrete. It actually prevents any cracking in the future, and these wires help prevent the cracking. So we call these sort of foundations post-tension foundation because of these purple wires. And you see these purple wires are holded with a lot of many small clamps onto the poly vapor barrier. And you see there's slightly reframing also done over here. So this is patio, and that reframing over there, it shows the garage. And sometimes this reframing is done, or boxing out, we call it boxing out, is done when you have a shower as well. So probably that's the shower. So this is done because there will be different level of concrete poured into the main house, patio and garage. So yeah, this is pretty much ready. It's only missing the rebarring. Once the rebars are already placed into it, it would be ready for concrete pouring. So you see the foundations are already laid, the concrete is dried, and you see these tiny ends, the purple wires, those are now tightened with the hydraulic jack to give a compression to the foundation. And you see the boxing out which was done on this one. So this is patio, it has an extended patio. So the boxing out was done because of the different level of concrete, and you would see the same for the garage as well. Garage has a different level of concrete. And the entry as well. So yeah, that was the purpose of the boxing out. And now since we don't need these reframings, so the reframing, the wooden reframings, the wooden frames, those have been removed now.